Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I'm Mark and we're having fun today on the podcast. Hi.
What an intro.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Krista.
Spooky season continues.
It does.
This week, keeping it spooky. Yeah. Oh, too spooky. I, in the honor of spooky season, went to Burger King to try out the Ghost Whopper, which I offered up to you if you wanted to try it for the podcast.
And I said,
that's a no for me, dog.
Well, first of all, I said, what is it? And you said, a hamburger. And I said
hamburger sandwich.
Oh, excuse me, a hamburger sandwich. I said, yeah, I kind of got that. What is on it? What is special about it?
Yeah, I was giving you a hard time.
Yeah, apparently it has ghost pepper cheese on it.
Yep.
And I was like, good. Good. I do not want that.
Yeah,
so.
It's got bacon, like fried jalapenos, I think, and ghost pepper, like cheese sauce.
Yeah,
or maybe
there was a queso, but then there was also ghost pepper cheese.
Yeah, and then there's an orange bun, with
black sesame seeds.
With black sesame seeds. And mine was actually orange. Sometimes they'll run out of them and they'll just give you regular bun and it's very disappointing. So I'll say this about that burger. The bacon on it, very crispy. Surprising. It blew my mind how crispy that bacon was. Because usually it's all like fatty and stringy.
Yeah, usually you go to a restaurant and you order something with bacon, and they're like, we're going to give you the bacon that has only been cooking for like maybe a minute. It's going to be the chewiest, like floppiest bacon that we can find. Yeah. That's the one that you're getting.
If it's like a good place that has like good bacon and they don't like crisp it up quite enough, that's fine. I can eat that. But if it's like a fast food place, I'd rather it be a little crispier just to be safe. Yeah. I don't trust their bacon as much. And it's not going to be as good.
Any place I go, if I get bacon, I want it to be as crispy as it can be.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit burnt, I'm okay with it. Because I'd rather it be crispy and a little bit burnt than not crispy at all.
I like a happy medium, but this one was very crispy. It was good. Ghost pepper. Was I dying? No.
Okay.
But did I at some point go, woo? Yes, I did. Okay. So, well done, Burger King. And it looked good. So, all in all, it was pretty good, surprisingly. I was very happy, but I'm glad I tried it. I may not get another one again, but I'm glad I tried it. So, that was my burger experience. And that's it. All right. Any news before we get into the stuff? Okay. I know they pushed back a few Marvel movies, but it's not really going to affect us.
I don't keep up with it. Yeah. So it's like when they put them out, and I'll go see them. And I don't care other than that.
This went from this to this. I was like, okay. I know Blade got pushed back like a year because it lost its director.
Oh, yeah.
So rough go for Blade, but
yeah, I think we talked about that.
Just like a month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's here, Krista.
I know.
A great day for you. The final episode of She-Hulk.
You act like I hate this show. I did not hate the show.
You act like you hate the show.
It's just, I didn't want it to last as long as it did. I was like, I thought it was going to be over.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I get it. Especially, I was thinking it was going to be 8 also. And then it went 9. So, it's weird. So, what happened?
What happened? Well, she's labeled the Savage She-Hulk.
Yes.
At the beginning.
Yeah. And
there's
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You hang up.
No, you hang up. Oh my God.
No, it does the old school TV show.
Like from the 70s kind of thing.
Hulk intro thing where she's like placed in there and there's like a body double instead of the CGI.
Yeah.
Which honestly looked pretty good. I would have taken it.
It was ridiculous.
Maybe would have preferred it to the CGI. I don't know. Seeing it, I don't know. It wasn't bad. But anyway, it was fun to see. I liked it. It went real meta in this episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it did. So, yeah, she's in jail.
Yep.
In the thing that, like, Blonsky was in, basically.
That was annoying. It's like, really?
Yeah, and they gave her an inhibitor so that she can't turn into She-Hulk anymore.
Yeah.
And since she can't turn into She-Hulk anymore, she loses her job.
Yep.
Because her job, she's supposed to be She-Hulk.
And apparently that means she loses her apartment.
Well, like, her neighbors didn't want... They were, like, afraid of her, basically, so they didn't want her living there.
And the press was outside her window all the time.
Yeah, so she moves in with her parents, and she's spending all of her time trying to track down the people who hacked into her phone and everything.
Mm-hmm. She wants to sue them. Mm-hmm. Not to beat them up.
Yep.
But to sue him.
Do it the legal way.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an interview on the TV with Dennis Bukowski.
Oh, that
being
guy.
a complete jerk.
It was
as
like
usual.
her first coworker who sucked.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, she was back when she worked with us. She was even crazy back then, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
even
like,
before she became She-Hulk.
it's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Nobody likes you.
Yeah, he sucks.
Anyway, so she decides she's gonna just get away from it all. She's gonna head off to Blonsky's retreat.
Take him up on his offer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she gets there and she meets up with Wrecker, isn't that his name? And they're kind of hanging out, and you're still like, I don't like this guy.
I don't know. I don't trust this
I don't know. He seemed to be okay.
Yeah, he was fine. Just nothing came from the wrecking crew.
Yeah,
nothing.
It's weird.
Like, they attacked her once, and then he decided not to anymore, and that was it. And it was like, okay.
Yeah, because it's not like he's part of intelligentsia, or he doesn't seem to be.
He really doesn't.
He seems to be an okay person.
Heck,
it's
man.
weird.
All right.
But while all of that's happening, Nikki is trying to infiltrate intelligentsia. So she gets this video that
from
Jen's mom of her in college, and she's like dancing and everything. And so she uploads it to intelligentsia and is like, oh yeah, even back in college she was trying to get attention and everything.
Yeah.
And so
they loved it.
They love it. And Hulk King, I think is the name of the person who created intelligentsia, sends her an invite to a big party.
Yeah.
Kind of conference type thing. I don't know exactly what it's considered to be.
Convention.
and they're like, we'll see you there, bro. And she's like, bro. Oh no.
I gotta be a bro.
So yeah, she gets Pug to come in, and Pug has to try to act like he's like a misogynist, like incel dude.
He's just
and everything.
like, I can't do this.
He's like, this is not me.
And I love that he's wearing an earbud the whole time, just like obviously wearing an earbud.
And he points it out. He's like, they're gonna notice something weird. I've got an earbud. And she's like, no. There will be plenty of people there doing the same thing.
Surprisingly, nobody noticed.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It was. So yeah, he goes in there and he's trying to get information and everything. And guess who walks up to him?
Yeah.
It's Todd.
Todd, that jerk client.
Yeah.
He sucks.
And turns out he's the one who created intelligentsia.
Of course.
Did we
Big
expect
surprise.
it? Yes.
Of everybody that it would be.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I was like, he created it. Of course he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up there and starts talking and everything. And then he introduces the guest of honor.
Yep.
And here's the guest of honor.
It's Emma Blonsky.
Why?
Abomination.
He's as Abomination. Yeah. What happened to his inhibitor?
That's the thing. I guess he's been playing fast and loose with it.
Guess so.
So yeah, he takes speaking gigs apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
So he's just there for the pay, even though they're using his facility. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. That's when I thought like, oh well, I guess Emma Blonsky's bad.
Yeah,
but he wasn't.
But he wasn't really.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on.
I guess they just paid him to be there.
Yeah,
and he wasn't actually part of intelligentsia.
Yeah,
but yeah, they were using his facilities and everything.
Yeah,
and of course Jen is there, and so. She's asking, well, where's Emil?
Yeah.
And Wrecker tells her where he is.
Yeah.
And so she goes
down
up
to
there.
The little lodge they're in.
And she's out there, like, at the stage, and she's like, what is going on here?
Yep. And Todd reveals...
Things get
wacky. This is where it goes nuts.
This is where it goes real off the rails.
Yep.
So, yeah, Todd reveals that not only did Josh go in and get all of the stuff from her phone, he also got some of her blood.
Yep.
And they have used it to make some kind of a serum thing.
Yeah.
So that Todd can become a Hulk.
Right.
And he actually earned it. It wasn't nepotism or whatever. And it's like, okay,
buddy.
Sure, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you earned it.
Go in and get the blood.
It's like, yeah, you earned it by having someone else go in and do it for you.
You had money, so you bought it.
You earned it by paying someone to sneak or to like fake date someone to get her blood.
Very, very billionaire mindset of I worked so hard for this when everybody else did all the work.
Exactly.
And
what
you
did
just
you
had
do?
the money.
You threw some money at it and said, do this.
Great job.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, he injects himself and becomes a Hulk.
Yeah. Luckily, though, the Hulk, Bruce Banner, shows up.
But first, before Bruce shows up, Titania
Titania just bursts in the door.
Bursts through not through the door.
Oh,
through
the wall, sorry. She Kool-Aids it.
Because Nikki comes in there. She's trying to get Pug out.
Yeah.
And Nikki's like, does she ever use a door?
Seriously. Why did you just burst through the wall?
I don't know. So,
it was so weird. Why would she show up then?
I don't know.
It didn't make any sense.
It doesn't. So she shows up, of course. Then here comes the Hulk.
Yeah. Bruce Banner comes down from the ceiling. He's just there. He's ready. He attacks Abomination. He thinks he's the problem.
Even though Abomination is like holding Jen to keep Todd Hulk away from her.
Yeah.
Because he's like protecting her.
Yep.
So that's when it's like, okay, maybe he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't realize what's going on.
Exactly.
But yeah, so all of this crazy stuff starts happening. And then Jen's like, wait a minute.
What is this?
Is this what you guys want? And so she
going on?
Not only breaks the fourth wall, but breaks through the whole show.
Yeah, she breaks through Disney Plus. It just pulls up like the main menu. She's like, is this what you want? And then they back out. It looks like whoever's watching it backed out.
Yeah, just
so she
left
went
the show. Yeah.
Through her little panel and then went into Avengers Assembled.
Yes.
The little documentary thing about
like making Marvel stuff.
Marvel movies. Yeah, she's like, oh, that'll work.
So she's like walking through like the Disney Studios basically.
Yep.
Because you can see like the dwarves on the building and everything.
Statue of Walton, Mickey, and everything.
And she goes to where they're producing She-Hulk, goes into the writer's room, and starts talking to them.
What do y'all do? What is this? This is basically his super soldier serum stuff. It's
like every single superhero thing just ends the same way.
Yeah, and they're like, no, this is great. This is what it should be.
And they're like, we were ordered to do this by Kevin.
Which we assume is Kevin Feige.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, I want to speak to Kevin. And they all just laugh at her because they're like, nobody speaks to Kevin.
Yeah.
So she goes to try to speak to Kevin. She gets in there.
I liked her point. She was like, you're making the serum the enemy. The serum's not the enemy. Todd's a jerk. He sucks.
Yeah.
He's the problem.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it was interesting. But, yeah, she wants to go talk to Kevin. And I know.
Yeah.
I will protect Kevin with my life.
But she does get to the office where Kevin is supposed to be. And security come after her, so she has to fight through security to get there. She opens the door, and here's Kevin.
Well, it's like there's screens of like the opening, basically, of the Marvel thing. You know?
Well, it's like different
Marvel Studios deal.
Different scenes from all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And then from the ceiling, like Otto and Wally, comes Kevin.
Yep.
Kevin, who is an AI.
Yes.
That stands for Knowledge Enhanced Visual Interconnectivity Nexus.
Yes. I love the idea that that's who Kevin Feige actually is. And whoever we see is just a fake.
Yeah.
It's all been this robot the whole time.
So he's like, okay, but you now that you're here, you need to turn back into Jen because we don't have the funds to...
It's costing us a ton.
Yeah, to have She-Hulk here. So and also we're gonna go away from you for a second so that you can do it off screen because we just don't have money. Yeah, exactly. Save some money.
It's great.
So it shows her again. She's Jen again. So they start talking.
Yeah, and she's like, "This sucks.
Yeah,
what is this ending? This is not what we should be doing."
And he's like, "This is what people want."
I was like, no, it's not. We should. Everybody says all Marvel endings are the same, which is a common complaint.
Oh yeah.
So and then he's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, he's like,
"Who's saying that?" Yeah.
Who's saying that?
Yeah, and she pretty much just talks about the state of Marvel. She's like, when are you bringing the X-Men in, by the way? She's just like a thumbs up to the camera.
Yeah.
Right, guys? That was fun. And yeah.
And so Kevin basically asks, well, how would you end it? And she's like, well, not like this. First of all, Todd... No, he's not a Hulk. Yeah. And so it's like she got it on like the screen. Yeah. And so Todd turns back into regular Todd. Also, Hulk doesn't show up because I don't need
to save the day.
to help save the day, you know.
Right.
Get him out of here.
Yep.
He can come back later, you know.
Yep.
And so, what else? Abomination has to
pay for
make amends for everything he's done or whatever. You know, he's got to have some feeling of regret or whatever. I forget what else there was. That was
I don't know.
Pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think she really did anything with Titania.
I don't think
just
so either.
Whatever. She's
I think
there.
everybody just kind of forgot she was there. And so he's like, okay, well, we'll see if that works, I guess.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, well, I'll see you later. He's like, you'll never see me again.
Yeah, exactly. And then he says something about, I'll see you in the movies or whatever. And she's like, really? He's like, no, you'll never see me again. And so then,
she also, because she wants
she wants Daredevil also.
Yeah, she also wanted Daredevil to show up. She's like, for me, that's for me. And he also like alluded to her showing up in the main canon.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, but then he was like, no, you'll never be in that. And she's like, oh, okay, well. I guess that's fine. But yeah, and that would be sad if she never showed up in main movies.
I know.
I think she should. Mm-hmm. We'll see. But yeah, so then we just cut back. Everybody's being arrested, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Todd's being arrested,
and she's going to sue him.
Yeah.
She's going to go about it the legal way, of course. Blonsky goes back to jail for violating parole.
Yeah. Titania's just taking pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't get in trouble at all, I guess. But I mean, all that she did was, broke through a wall. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
But all Jen did was break a monitor and a wall.
True, but whatever. People saw it and they got scared.
That's true.
Because it was She-Hulk.
It was scary. Yeah.
There's She-Hulk, but why isn't there a He-Hulk? It's like, there's the Hulk. There's the Hulk.
There's so many Hulks. Take your pick.
It's so annoying. Yeah. Anyway, so, and then of course Daredevil shows up too after everything.
Yes, he does. He's like, how can I help?
He just like drops out of the sky, basically. Yeah. And she's like, oh, it's okay. I already took care of everything. Yeah. And so it shows later she's having dinner with her family. Mm-hmm. And some random aunts and uncles, I guess. Yeah, it was aunts and uncles. That are just there. Well, they're always there, it seems like. Are they? Oh. Yeah. And then, because it's like a family dinner, so it's like the whole family, I guess. All right. And Matt Murdock is there having dinner with them and everything, so they get to meet him. Yeah, he's meeting the family. I guess they're officially a thing now. So, yeah. So does that mean, is she going to show up in the Daredevil show? Probably. Surely. Right? I would hope so. I think that'd be fun. Yeah. Maybe she should just move to New York. Maybe. And become a lawyer there. By the way, just to prepare you, Daredevil's going to have a lot of episodes. Yeah, I know. Like way more than everything. Yeah, I know. I already know about that. I just didn't want you to... I am fully aware of that. And have been for a while. Okay, good. And so, yeah, they're all talking and everything. And then suddenly, who shows up? Hulk. Bruce is there. Yeah. The Hulk. He's there. And he's like, yeah, I'm back from Sakaar. Sorry, I was on Sakaar, which is the planet Hulk planet where that storyline takes place. He's like, I've got somebody I want you to meet. Yeah. And he kind of like moves to the side and... It's my son. Yes. He has brought his son. Scar. And does he have like is he like Kid Hulk or something? No, no, he's just, he's Hulk his son. Jr.? No, I mean, technically he is his son because when Hulk's on Planet Hulk, he marries a lady and I don't know, he has a kid. It's complicated. But yeah, so he is actually his kid and he comes and is Hulk for a while. There's also a Hulkling, which is not to be... Okay. Yeah, who's like, he's not related to the Hulk. I can't remember how he gets his powers. I think he's a mutant, maybe even. I don't know. I don't remember how, but anyway, so it gets confusing with Baby Hulks. Baby Hulk. But this is like teenager Hulk. Yeah. He has such bad hair. It gets shaved like halfway up. And then like in a ponytail in the back, like, ugh. How did he age so fast? Exactly. I don't know. Because he was not gone very long. And maybe it's something to do with his mother's race or something. Yeah. Well, he went to Sakaar. He was on Sakaar, in Ragnarok. Right? Yeah. So maybe that might have been his like Planet Hulk time, and then he got somebody pregnant. Yeah. And now he went back. Maybe that's why he went back to Sakaar. Maybe. That's what I was going to say. Like, oh, I got a kid. Maybe they came to get him because they're like, hey, you need to come get your kid. Yeah. Because that's... Because he wasn't gone there very long.
I kind of think that's what kind of happens. I don't remember the whole thing about his son, but yeah, I think he has to go back to Scar, or Scar comes there. It is Scar, right?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, maybe during Ragnarok or like before Ragnarok starts, because he was there for a while before Ragnarok started even.
Yeah.
Still, it wouldn't be enough for him to be teenage.
It was years he was there. Like,
how long though?
Because didn't he say like, I've been the Hulk for 3 years or something like that? Because it was between whenever he left.
Okay. But still, that's just 3 years. Then you have the snap, which was 5 years. So that'd only be 8.
Mm-hmm. How long ago did Ragnarok happen?
I don't know. But I mean, that kid looked like he was 18. Surely it's not 10 years.
So it happened in 2017. And so if he was there, like, let's say it happened immediately when he got there.
Yeah,
like,
so 2014.
I'm getting busy immediately. Sure. So that's 8 plus the 5 in between from the snap. So that's
Wait, how's that 8?
Well, because, I mean, our time, and then they have the 5-year buffer.
They're in a different year now.
Right.
So,
but it's farther along than what we're at, right?
I guess, yeah.
Like it's later there. Anyway, that's what I think. I could be wrong. But anyway, I mean, he's also...
I think it's only like 2026 or something.
Even if he's like 13, he's like hulked. So it makes him different.
I guess so.
We'd have to see, like, not Hulk Scar to really judge
Does he have a non-Hulk version?
I don't remember ever seeing one.
Or is he just always Hulk? He's all Hulk all the time.
All Hulk all the time. I don't know. I feel like he might just be... I don't remember ever seeing him not Hulked.
Okay, well.
So, I don't know. I'm not a Scar historian, so...
I like how they name him Scar, which is just like, hey, let's just take like one letter out of the name Sakaar.
Yes. Yeah, it was always pretty dumb. Yep.
Okay.
It looks like even when he's like not a Hulk, he's still a Hulk. Even when he was a child. I don't know.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter.
It absolutely matters. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, he was in a cocoon. He was in a cocoon, fell in lava, cocoon emerged, he was the age of a human boy. So that adds a few years also. It's a lot, guys. Comics are weird, okay?
They are.
So.
I mean, you have to think of it like soap operas, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, a soap opera, 1 year, the kid will be like 5, and then they age them up to be a teenager so that they can have fun teenage plots.
There you go.
That's basically it.
Yep.
And everybody else is still the same age.
Yep.
So you end up having like somebody who's in their 20s who has like a 15-year-old kid. Yep. It's like, that is impossible.
I feel like they
mathematically impossible.
They made that joke on like Fresh Prince when Aunt Viv had a kid. I can't remember the kid's name. But yeah, it was like a baby, and then like the next season he's like
5.
8 or 10 something. Yeah. And it's like, how'd you get so old or something like that? But
yeah.
It's good times all around. So what'd you think of this episode of She-Hulk?
Oh, well, we haven't talked about the very last part.
I forgot what the last part is.
Blonsky is in his prison, and Wong shows up to take him to Camertage.
Yep. So, breaking him out of jail. Wong don't give a crap.
Obviously not.
The law does not apply to Wong.
Wong, you're so bad.
He's such a bad boy. Wong is such a bad boy. You think that's going to cost him his Sorcerer Supreme status?
I don't know. Do you think if that does it, do you think that Doctor Strange will get it back?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's why or something.
He's probably going to be gone with, what's her name? Charlize Theron.
Leah.
Yeah, doing their thing. So who knows? Maybe it'll go to that cow guy.
Maybe. I mean, there aren't that many people left in Camertage as far as I know. Or maybe it'll go to America, because isn't she? She's there.
Yeah, she's training, isn't she?
Training there.
It's true. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe Baron Mordo will come back.
Maybe. And be a good guy.
Yeah. Okay, so now what did you think of this episode? This finale. How do you feel it wrapped it up?
I don't know.
I am the same. I have very mixed feelings about this.
Because I don't... It's like I was expecting more of like a bad guy.
Yes.
Instead of just Todd.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And a bunch of like alpha bros.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very mixed on it as well, because I like that they did something different. Mm-hmm. I respect that. That's what I generally want. But it's also like...
But what they did was not great.
Yeah, you didn't... there's still, you gotta pay off something. Mm-hmm. And it's like, why did we watch all this? Like, if it had just been, because she wanted it to be a law comedy, basically. Which is cool. I like that idea. But you didn't set it up that way. And then at the end, you were just like, let's throw it all away. Let's just end it this way. And it's like, okay. But what about everything?
It was very anticlimactic.
It really was. And it's funny, but it's also like, I feel a little empty.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, we've got all of the stuff that is happening, that's going down right now. There's a big fight scene. Oh, let's stop this.
Yeah.
And then suddenly we're back and everybody's just being arrested.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
What was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point of the build-up?
Right. What was
if there was no
point
payoff?
Of any of it? Yeah. And it's just, because, I mean, that was very funny. But I wanted more.
Yeah.
Like, if you were going to change the ending, have it, I don't know, change it to something more interesting, I guess. I don't know. She doesn't want to be known as, like, she wants to be the one that, like, takes legal action and does things the correct way and doesn't just go straight to smashing. Yeah. Which is good, but also, like, I need to see outcomes for stuff.
Because guess what? Okay, sure, I'm going to sue Todd. Do we see that?
Yeah.
No.
We need to see, we see it like little drawings.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. Yeah. We need to see.
It's like, I want to see her go into court against him. Yeah. And showing all the evidence and stuff. If it's gonna be a courtroom drama kind of thing, or not drama but comedy kind of thing, you can make it funny. But we didn't get that. It's like, okay, sure, he was arrested and she's gonna take him to court. Mm-hmm.
And like, tell us about like the Emma Blonsky case. Like, what's he been doing? Yeah. Why has he been Abomination? How's he been getting away with it? He went to jail, but okay, but what was the motivation and everything? Where are all his wives, by the way?
Right. Because we never saw them again. I thought they were supposed to be there with him, but no, it's like other superhero people, kind of.
Yeah. Have Porcupine and everybody show up. I feel like you could have just done it better. Like she could have just had, like, I want all my friends there with me, and the whole group could have showed up and like been like, hey, Jen, you don't have to be She-Hulk, and Todd, we're taking you to jail or something. I don't know. But
I was expecting them to show up again.
Yeah.
Especially since since Wrecker told her that they were there, I thought maybe he would show up and see what was going down, and then all the others would show up. And and she doesn't give it, which, I mean, if they did, like, a big fight kind of thing, it would just be like every other Marvel thing.
Yeah. And she even mentions, like, how disappointing it is that she's, like, getting screwed over, basically. But, like, she got to where she had to wear an inhibitor, and she's like, this sucks. And it's like, yeah, it does. And I want you to overcome that, but she doesn't even overcome that. I guess they just say, okay, you're good, I guess. Yeah. And we'll take it off of you, but they don't actually do that. Yeah. She just moves on to the next thing. She may even have the inhibitor. I don't know.
Well, she is She-Hulk later.
Is she? Oh, yeah, she is, isn't she? Yeah. So it's like...
Because she's, like, walking into the court or whatever as She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So what happened to that? Yeah. Did people just go, oh, well, it's okay. We're not afraid of her anymore.
Yeah. It's just, you needed a little more. They didn't really find the balance between completely breaking the fourth wall and making it satisfying. Yeah. It was fun, but just not satisfying. So yeah, that's disappointing, but there were a lot of good laughs throughout the series. Mm-hmm. Fun characters, and maybe they'll do better in the future.
Maybe.
Also, another thing was Hulk's thing. Like, even like him showing up at the end with Scar. Yeah. Don't. Like, they're like, we'll learn about Hulk stuff in the movie or whatever. Yeah. Which I think they're probably going to be doing a movie because Universal hasn't made a Hulk thing in forever. So they're probably going to lose the rights to that. It's probably going to go back to Marvel. So then they can make like an actual Hulk movie again. Yeah. And do that. But instead he just shows up. He's like, hey, here's Scar. Like, you could have left us with a little mystery, a little cliffhanger, a reason to go see a Hulk movie. But instead it's like, oh, here's him and Scar. It just was all just like not satisfying. Well, I guess they
think that that's gonna like, they're gonna be like, oh, well, we have to find out all about this.
I don't know. You can't give us the ending and be like, come see the movie, how it happened. Like,
well, I would imagine, I would think that it wouldn't be his time on Scar, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a shame, but I applaud that they at least tried to be different, and it wasn't just her and Titania fighting at the end, like most Marvel movies, where it's just the hero and then their opposite bad guy. So, yep. All right.
Disappointing, but
disappointing,
whatever.
But yeah, definitely not as bad as the trolls on the internet say. That's for sure.
Is anything as bad as the trolls say?
No, probably not. All right. So I guess we can now move on to the spookiest movie of the season. I don't know what I'm saying.
The spookiest movie of the season that came out last year.
Yes.
And we're finally finishing the Fear Street saga.
That's right. We've gone through them all. When did we do the last one? Because I realized, like, I did not remember a lot of stuff.
Well, we did the first one last October.
Right.
And then the second one, I would have to look it up because
I feel like we did it pretty early on this year.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe like March or so, but
I mean, that's pretty early. Yeah.
It was 4 months ago.
Okay. Yeah, so I found that a lot of the like characters in the old times, which were a lot of the same actors, I was like, I didn't recognize who they were. And I had to really try to remember who everybody was.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm not entirely sure they were in the first ones or not, but yeah.
I can probably tell you who was, or most of them.
Okay. Well, where were we at when we left off after last time?
When we left off, they had reunited the hand.
Did it feel so good?
I'm about to walk out of this apartment. This is not even funny.
Reunited.
I'm shaking my head so hard right now. Stop! Okay, well, this will be our last podcast episode. So they took the hand and buried it with the body, hoping that it would break the curse or whatever.
Yeah.
But when Dina put the hand in with the body, she was transported back to 1666 into the body of Sarah Fear.
Yeah.
The witch.
The witch.
And that's where part 2 ended.
Yeah.
So now we're on Fear Street part 3.
And when she was like walking down, she like saw all the other actors as old people, basically. Not old people, but people of the past.
In part 2?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
She left off, yeah.
I thought it just showed her.
Or maybe that was like the preview.
I think it was just the preview, yeah.
Could be, yeah.
But they're in a town called Union, I'm assuming. But later it's Union County.
Oh, okay.
Because they do say it at the end of the movie. They're talking about something about Union County.
Yeah.
So, but the town is called Union. Sarah is there, and Henry is her brother, and it's played by Josh, or the guy who plays Josh.
Right.
Her brother. So it's Dina and Josh, but they're Sarah and Henry right now. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
She's holding like she's got blood on her hands. And
she's got a knife.
She's got a knife.
Like, who'd she kill?
Yeah, exactly. But she wasn't killing anybody. She was trying to help their pig give birth.
Yeah. So there was a breached pig.
Yeah, so they have to get that out. And all of them survive. And then she decides that one of the pigs she's going to give to Solomon Good. So there's goods in there.
There is.
And her dad wants Sarah to marry him because he's lost like his wife and his kid. He lives out in the woods alone. He has a brother who like lives in town and everything, but he lives by himself.
He does.
And they're pretty good friends, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because she goes to visit him and give him the pig and everything. And they talk. And they talk several times through the movie. They seem to be pretty good friends.
Yeah. He's an aid to her at times when she needs help.
So as she's on her way to give him the pig, though, she walks through the town. And that's where we see all the actors from the previous movies playing different characters. You have Kate and Simon. I don't know who Simon was playing. The guy who played Simon was playing. But
he was just a guy.
Kate's character was named. I thought I wrote it down somewhere. Maybe I did not.
I don't know. They're just friends of hers.
Yeah,
basically.
They're friends of hers. So they're there. You do remember Kate and Simon though?
Yeah, they're from the first movie. Got killed.
Yes. Then you have
got in a meat grinder, basically.
Well, it was a bread slicer.
Oh yeah, the bread slicer.
Yeah, and the other one got an axe to the face.
Yeah. She had a crush on Henry. Well, I don't know. It's weird. Josh, yeah. Or Josh had a crush on her, and it was reciprocated a little.
It was weird because
it was
like,
a weird one.
He's like a baby stuff.
Yeah.
Then she passes by Constance and Abigail Berman, who are from the second movie because it's Ziggy and I just thought of her name. Oh my god, I just thought of the name and Cindy.
Okay.
Ziggy, who is also Christine.
Okay.
And Cindy Berman. So they're back there too.
Yep.
And then she goes up to meet Hannah Miller, who is Sam from the first and second movie, Dina's girlfriend.
Right. The one who's currently going crazy.
Yes. And they're all talking about, they have like these little code phrases, and they're going to be having like a big meeting in the woods that night or whatever. And that's basically it.
Yeah.
But before they go out there, well, she goes to Solomon and gives him the pig. And then, we also see Crazy Thomas.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Being creepy and weird.
Yeah. And that was the guy who was, I think his name was Tommy. Yeah. Tommy Slater. I think that's his name. One of the killer from 1970, whatever it was.
Yeah, the camp one.
Yep. Camp Nightwing. So the three girls, can't remember Kate's name.
Yeah.
Hannah and Sarah all go out into the woods to find Widow Mary, who is supposedly a witch. And they're going there because she has these berries that are like psychedelic or whatever. Right. And so they're trying to because of course Kate is going to be going for drugs.
Of course.
She
doesn't change throughout the years.
Exactly. Wow, 300 years later.
Still the same old Kate.
Mm-hmm. But while they're there, Sarah finds a book of witchcraft.
Yeah.
And she kind of starts saying demons' names and stuff. And it's like, can you not? You're just looking for trouble.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, we literally just watched My Best Friend's Exorcism last week.
It's been a while.
So, yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But the widow comes in and is like, don't do that.
Stop it.
Stop. You're in trouble.
It's the nurse from the camp.
From the camp, who was Ruby Lane's mother. Mm-hmm. Ruby Lane, of course, being one of the other killers.
Yep.
So,
the hot one.
Yeah. The hot one that sings and likes to slice people's necks with razor blades, That one.
Yeah.
So they do get the berries and run out because she's like, get out of here. Mm-hmm. They do.
Go on, get
out of here. So then they show up at the camp, at like the meeting in the woods with all the other people. And there are people like making out and stuff. And I'm like,
they're partying.
Okay.
Having some Applejack.
Okay, Puritans. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, kid's gonna kid.
Mm-hmm. So one guy, Caleb, starts hitting on Hannah and like trying to pull her clothes off.
Yeah.
And it's like,
basically assault her. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Get out.
But they kind of push him away and everything. And Hannah and Sarah leave together.
Yeah.
And they go out and they start making out. And they're about to sex it up. Mm-hmm. And then they hear something in the woods. So they stop and they go to the town. And then they kiss there. And it's like, you were in the middle of the town. What are you doing? People are going to see. And guess what? Crazy Thomas sees.
Yeah, of course.
Or Mad Thomas. It's Mad Thomas. That's it.
But he's drinking. He's a drunk. But
exactly.
Of course people will listen to him.
So, but they're like, oh no, we have to get out of the woods because I think someone saw us and I'm afraid someone's going to tell on us. And then they go to the middle of the town and start making out. It's like... Okay, well, that was dumb.
We'll blame it on hormones.
Yeah. So she goes home after all of that. She's getting ready for bed. Her dog comes up. It like scares her at first. She's like, "Oh, Mary dog," or whatever its name is.
Yeah.
And so she gets it into bed with her and they go to sleep. And then the next morning the dog's not there. And I was like, oh my God, is there going to be a dead dog? Like, no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Yeah.
But Hannah shows up and she's like, I think there's something wrong with my dad.
Yeah, he's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So he's the Reverend Miller. He's being real weird. He's just like muttering to himself. And Hannah's like, I think that our lesbianism may have caused his sickness. Yeah. She doesn't say it that way, but that's implied. Yeah.
I gotta find a Bible verse to read at the meeting to cure him or something.
Exactly, because she's like, we kissed last night, and now I think my dad's possessed.
Yeah.
Because of it.
Yeah.
So, everything in town is basically starting to rot. Like, all their food is, like, rotting. They're, like, all, like, worms in their flour, and their bread's all moldy. Yeah. Their animals are going crazy.
Our birds' heads are falling off. Dumb and Dumber reference.
Okay.
Our birds' heads are falling off.
Okay. The pig that was in the beginning of it ate its own babies.
Yep.
And so they have to kill it.
Yep.
And then there's like a horse that's acting real weird at one point. It's like, what is happening here?
I mean, that's just horses.
That's true. So then there's something stuck in the well. And so they bring it up and it's her dead dog.
No.
And they're like, the water is poison.
Yeah.
So,
Which I wouldn't drink that water either.
Oh, no. No, not if there's a dead dog in it.
Dead dog water.
Oh, my God. Did you ever watch The Walking Dead?
I mean, like a couple seasons.
Was it The Walking Dead? I think it was Walking Dead. There was one point where there was, like, a zombie in the well, and they pull it up, and its body, like, breaks in half.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
It's so gross. And it's, like, all bloated from being drowned in the water. It's so nasty.
Yeah, it was a pretty gross one.
Anyway, so that's fun.
Side note.
That was an early season. It had to have been.
Yeah. If I saw it, it was.
So she goes, Solomon Good shows up and she talks to him and she's like, I think there was a devil in the woods and now I think it's in me, because her dad had talked to her and told her that, she was always weird or whatever. Because, of course, now there are rumors that she's been making out with Hannah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, you were always weird. You needed a mother.
That was my fault.
Okay.
Whatever, bro.
Exactly. So, but he's like, no. That's not how it works. You have to like make the choice. You have to invite him in or whatever.
Yeah.
And you didn't do that. So it's not you. It's fine.
Yeah.
So while they're talking, they hear like a commotion outside or whatever. They go out and the Reverend has locked himself and several people in the church, like all the kids, basically.
Yeah.
And so they break into the church and he's up there just...
He's got like a hook, like a hay bale hook.
Yep. And there are like eyeballs in the floor.
Eyes.
He has no eyes and he's taken all the eyes out of all the kids.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Even little Henry.
Poor little Henry and Constance.
Yeah, Ziggy.
So poor Sadie Sink.
Yeah.
She had like maybe 2 lines.
She was busy. She had to go film Stranger Things.
I gotta do Stranger Things.
Yeah. So if we could you want to go ahead and take my eyes out so I can get out of here?
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, they're all dead. And the Reverend tries to attack Sarah, but Solomon kills him. So
they all come in there and like, witchcraft! It's witchcraft!
Exactly. So they're like looking for the devil's mark on people. They're talking about witchcraft. It has to be a witch. Oh no, it's always got to be a witch. And who could it be? And so Caleb, the guy who was like sexually assaulting Hannah, is like, it was definitely Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
She taunted me, tempted me with whatever.
She was staring at me and seducing me and... And it's like, bro, no.
No, you just ugly, bro.
You're just the worst.
So here's my question. Their assumption is witch. How do they not go straight for the widow Mary, who they all know lives...
No, it's a witch. Or they all talk about is a witch that lives in the woods.
What?
Widow Mary. They always talk about she's the witch that lives in the woods. Yeah.
Why do they not go after her?
I don't know.
The witch they all assume is the witch.
Why don't they go after the
Why would they not just go after her? Instead of accusing everybody else?
It doesn't
That
make
makes
sense.
no sense to me.
There's a lot in this movie that doesn't make sense. Which we'll get into later.
I think that should have been like the first thing. They go for her and maybe they like kill her or whatever. And then...
It keeps happening.
They're like, there's more or something. She must have a coven. I don't know.
Exactly.
And then do something. But
no.
They didn't even... Nobody cared.
No.
I thought that was so dumb.
And then, of course, all these other people saying, yeah, it's definitely Hannah and it's also Sarah. We saw them laying with the devil. No, you did not. You're just lying, but okay.
They're
they're the worst.
Too much,
So they go after Hannah and Sarah, and they start running away. Hannah falls and gets captured, and Sarah keeps running.
Yeah, she really white girl runned it
in
a scary movie.
Well, I mean, she is a white girl. So.
That's true, in a scary movie.
Exactly. So, she tripped over her own feet or whatever and fell.
Yeah, rough go for her.
And she's like, go on without me. And I would have gone
Sarah's
on.
like, see ya.
I would have been out of there. I'd been like, you know what? My brother's dead. My dad is like going crazy. I'm just gonna go find another town to live in. Yeah. And I'll see you guys never.
I'm just gonna go to Widow Mary's house, hang out.
Be like, I'm just gonna
clean up around the house if I need to.
I'm just gonna head off to Salem. I'm sure I'll be safe there.
Yeah. Nothing bad ever happens in Salem.
So
everything's legal in Salem.
Yeah. But instead she just like sneaks around the whole town.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And also, these people are looking for her, and they just love kicking in doors because that is all they did.
It's like, those are your houses. Like, stop kicking in your own doors.
And sometimes it was like, they would knock first, and then they would kick in the door, but sometimes they did not knock at all. They were just like, no, I'm kicking this thing down.
I mean, it's probably pretty fun.
We could ask my mom. She's done it before.
There you go.
I watched my mom kick in the front door once, and it was amazing. Because I was like, my mom is like the strongest person. Like, my mom just She-Hulks right here. I mean, I'm sure it's probably not that hard to do, but it was pretty cool.
Did you ever see that Shark Tank episode where those guys came on and they were like, a lot of break-ins happen, no matter even if you have these locks on your doors, we'll demonstrate.
Oh, no.
And then they go to kick it in and they can't kick in the door because they're like a security company wanting to show that there's break-ins all the time and they just can't.
Oh my gosh.
And it's because it's on like a frame that gives, so it doesn't like break. The door doesn't break.
Yeah.
So it's different, but they didn't really think of that. So it was like embarrassing.
That's hilarious.
It was great. Go find it on the internet.
So anyway, she finds Hannah, who's like chained up or whatever, and she's like, they're gonna hang me at dawn. She's like, well, I'll get you out of here. I'll figure out a way. And then she's like, it doesn't matter. You're never gonna convince them. They're always gonna think it's us. And so she's like, okay, well, you know what? If they want a witch, they're gonna get a witch. So she's gonna head out to Widow Mary's place. She's gonna find that book and she's gonna make a deal with the devil and she's gonna be a witch.
She gonna witch it up.
Exactly. So she's like, so
which at this point,
why not?
Fair play.
I mean, honestly.
Screw these people. They suck.
Exactly. They're the worst.
Yeah.
I keep saying they're the worst, but they are.
They are. It's true.
So yeah, she's like, if they want a witch, I'll give them a witch. So she heads out to Widow Mary's place, and the book is gone, and Widow Mary is dead. Somebody got there first and took the book and made the deal for power.
Yep.
But who was it?
They slit Mary's throat.
So she goes...
She can't catch a break.
Poor Widow Mary.
Do you think she has a kid? Because when her bloodline beat to the nurse...
Not necessarily.
I mean, they're the same actress. Is that not like the implication of all this?
I don't know if they actually look like those people. Yeah. Because, she's Sarah, and Sarah doesn't actually look like her.
Yeah. See, this was my problem with the whole bringing in the same cast.
But then, like, the Goods, they look the same.
They look the same. Yeah.
And the Bermans, they look the same, and that's their last name. And she does, like, one of them does survive.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I get it's kind of a fun little thing to have all the actors there. But why? Like, they'll be back in the, like, next thing. Except the ones that have already died.
And did Mad Thomas actually have a kid and have a line that goes down?
Go down to Tommy?
Who would do that with him?
Yeah.
He's nasty.
So, like, just give new actors and actresses a chance at this. Especially maybe someone that's better at accents, because... Man, these accents, they go in and out real hard.
Yeah.
Like, they're very, like, almost English, Puritan kind of sounding, and then straight up 90s talking.
And then also, there's some Irish sounds thrown in there, and it's like, wait, are you Irish?
It
I don't
gets
think you're
pretty
Irish.
bad. It's pretty sketchy on that. So, I don't know. I don't think it was a good idea to do that. Maybe her, because she's transported back in.
Yeah.
But everybody else, I don't agree with.
I think they just did it that way so that you would know that those people were their ancestors, I guess.
Well, but then I'm asking, like,
well, she must have had. I guess she did.
Yeah.
Or maybe she had other family somewhere that had kids.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They probably just want to save money. We don't want to hire more people for this.
It's like, well, we've already got these people, so let's do it.
Are you kidding me? We got this girl from Stranger Things. We're going to recast.
Right. We're not going to cast somebody else. Come on.
We're not insane.
I mean, we have to have her so that we can gouge her eyes out.
Yeah, that's another thing. Those kids died. Like, they're not passing on any genes. So.
Yeah, but the other ones.
Some of them, which other ones?
Well, Constance, the one that is Ziggy, had a sister and she survived.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Her. But there's other people. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like it.
So she goes to find Solomon Good.
Yes. And
the townspeople come also to try to find her. She manages to sneak like under his house or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's where she finds the book was there, I think. Yeah. And then there's like
the blood trough.
Yeah, the mark on the ground or whatever. Yeah. And because guess who's the bad guy?
Yeah, it's the good.
It's Solomon Good. Good is evil.
Good is evil.
Which is what they say at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the bad guy. He's the one who made the deal. And one person every few years will be possessed and I guess just kill people. And he didn't think about that because it's not just one person who's gonna suffer for it. Mm-hmm. It's like all the people that they kill also.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so technically you're getting more than one person.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So I also kind of want to know, how does, like, he's doing it for his own, like, to his wealth or whatever.
His own legacy or whatever.
Yeah. So how does it turn into, like, I'm only going to attack this side of town or something? Like, why did he pick the Reverend?
I don't know.
Because I can see in the new ones, they're like, we're only doing shady side people because, you know, people think they're cursed anyway.
Yeah.
But you're in a town where everybody's together.
Well, I mean, he probably chose the Reverend because he made a deal with the devil.
I mean, yeah.
He's true. Like, who's the first one I'm going to possess? Let's see. The godly man?
But are the Reverends kids? Was she? I thought she was one of, like, the rich people side. Oh, she moved there.
Yeah, she moved there.
Okay, so she got out. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah.
And I guess she was chosen anyway. So, it still
True.
kept going. Yep.
So, she gets away from him, and they're, like, going through the cave and everything. She's trying to climb out of the cave where in the second movie at the camp, that's where the toilets were.
Yeah.
And but this is before all that, so there's no poop and stuff all over everything.
No poop, no toilet paper.
Which is nice.
It's a nice area, which I still don't understand why they built the toilets over that.
I don't either.
Insane.
Natural cave, natural place to make that poop go.
So messed up.
So she's climbing out of the cave, but he grabs her and pulls her down.
Yes.
Stabs her wrist, and she loses her whole hand, which was hard to watch.
That was rough. Yeah. It's just that's not fun.
Yes, but she she gets away from him, goes back, and finds like this little spot to climb up. She's trying to get up as far as she can, and then there are boards above her. So she breaks through the boards, and it happens to be the church.
Yeah,
so she's at the pulpit, basically. And so she comes out, walks outside, and there are people like all over, so of course they see her, and it's like,
I don't know what her plan is.
I don't either. And then he comes up and is like, I caught the witch.
Yeah.
So it's like,
great.
Oh, okay, I guess.
And he got stabbed.
He did.
In the side. He's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
because, stab wounds are nothing.
Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, we saw somebody in a show earlier that we watched that got stabbed in basically the same place, and they died. But I don't know how he was just fine after that, because he just kept going. If she got some intestine there, man, you're gonna...
That's a problem. Maybe he got stabbed on the left, and there's nothing there anyway. It'd be okay.
Missed all the organs.
Missed all the important bits.
Yep, did it right.
They take Sarah and Hannah. They're gonna hang them, and they're all going, confess. And so Sarah confesses, and she's like, I was the witch. I bewitched Hannah, so she's innocent.
Yeah.
I was the one who did everything. Yeah. So that she can get Hannah free, basically.
Yeah.
And then she talks to Solomon before he strings her up, basically.
Right.
She's like, I'll never let you get away with this or whatever.
I'll never let you go.
She's like, it may take a while, but the truth is going to come out. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, just 300 years.
Yeah. Well, a little over 300. Like 330 years or so.
Yes, but, I'm sorry I wasn't completely accurate with my estimate.
Well, actually,
it was 330. I believe if you look at the numbers.
if my calculations are correct. Yeah. But yeah, she tells him that, and then they hang her.
Yep.
And they bury her, but her friends come back later, and they move her body.
And her hand is still
in the cave.
In the cave, yeah.
So they move her body to where it was found later. Mm-hmm. They write the name Fear on the shackles that are around her, and they put like a circlet of flowers on her head.
Yeah, because that's what's her name was wearing.
Yes, that's what Hannah was wearing.
Doing the kisses.
Mm-hmm. So then the years go by. the moss or whatever it was that was in like the second movie. I don't remember it in the first movie, but whatever.
No.
But it spreads out from her body, basically. And yeah, then we're back in 1994.
Yep.
Part 2.
Part 2. I was like, what?
Wait, what?
Why is there a part 2? Just continue the movie.
Yeah. Because it's like, because it's part 2 of the 1994 one? I don't know. It was weird.
I don't know.
So that's when Dina tells Josh that good is evil and you rolled your eyes.
Yes,
which,
I rolled
honestly,
pretty hard.
Same.
When she came out of the thing, her face was so stupid. She had like, she was like looking up and she was like, like that when she came out of the trance. And I was like,
okay,
I hate this.
So this is the part where it gets even dumber.
This part's bad. Yeah.
So yeah, they've been basically the devil has been feeding on the blood of shady ciders for 300 years, and
I guess the officer realizes the issue. I can't remember where they were at in the last movie, or the first movie.
C. Berman had called him for help. I think.
Yeah, Ziggy.
And then there was something, left him a note that said something about the book club.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe he knew that they knew about the body at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
And the curse or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's coming after him.
Yeah.
And also, all the bad guys are going to come back again. Because we have to have all the bad guys come back again. All the killers.
Gotta bring them back. Final curtain call.
So excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they start coming out of that little beating heart thing that's underground.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
real
gross.
I was like, can we not show this anymore? Thanks. Guess what? They're going to show it again later. So they meet back up with Ziggy and they take Sam. They untie her at one point. I'm like, why are you untying her? She is possessed. She is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And then they end up tying her right back up.
Yeah, surprise. She tries to attack him. She has to get hit in the head. Like, so stop giving her brain trauma.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So they go and meet up with, I don't remember his name. The guy who...
Winston?
Was it Winston? I don't know.
Something like that.
But they go meet up with him. He's the one that they were trying to blame a bunch of stuff on.
Yeah. And he was like always in the wrong place.
Yeah, because he like worked at the mall and everything. And he's like, I didn't do anything. Or at least not any of that. He's like, I might do other illegal stuff, but I didn't do that stuff.
Yeah. They're like, hey, bro, we're going to go kill Officer Good. Yeah, and
he's like, yes.
Let's do it.
So they go to the mall. Their plan is that they're going to use Dina's blood to lure the killers into the mall stores. And then they're going to close the doors. And then when the sheriff comes, they're going to carry him. They're going to spill Dina's blood on him. Then they're going to let the killers out and let the killers kill him.
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a weird...
It's convoluted.
It's complicated plan.
It's not the worst plan, but it's complicated.
But then, what does Dina do to get the blood?
Cuts the palm of her freaking hand, which is the worst trope in the world.
And we have talked about this so many times.
Don't do that. If for some reason you need your blood, I don't know, cut your butt cheek. I don't know. Get some blood out of there.
Cut your butt cheek.
Cut your butt cheek, bro. Like, or thigh. I don't know. Not too deep on your thigh, because, like, femoral artery and whatnot.
Yeah. Or maybe even, like, your arm.
Yeah, the top of your arm. Maybe.
Maybe even, like, your elbow. I don't know if there's blood there.
Yeah, I've bled a lot from my elbow, so
somewhere that's not your hand.
Yeah, because you use your hands, and then open and closing your hands. It's going to reopen the wound and everything. It's the worst idea.
It's the worst place to do.
It is.
Other than, like, your neck or something.
Yes. There are worse places, but it is not a good place.
But if you want to heal quickly, do not do your hand.
Again, I hope nobody ever has to face the situation to where they need to get their own blood for some reason. But if you are in that situation,
I wonder if you could even do, like, your finger.
Little fingies? I don't know. It would take a long time to get some blood.
Yeah, you can't get a lot of blood from those. But
unless you went real deep, and then that would just be a problem as well.
I would imagine you could probably get your arm, like the outer side of your arm or something.
Yeah.
Like you said, your leg. I mean, even like the bottom of your leg, like maybe your... I wouldn't do your calf because you might get, if you got too...
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go too deep. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like your butt. Because if you're having to get your own blood, you're probably not going to be sitting down for a while. Because you're probably on the run from something or being chased by demons.
Yeah, true. But also, then every time you sit down, you might, it might be the same situation as the hand. Every time you sit down, it might.
Not really. Just get you a nice big butt pad.
Okay.
And then just sit on. I don't think it really stretches like the hand does when you open it and close it.
I don't know.
Everybody uses their butt differently, I guess.
I guess so. So they get her blood, and they get like
get
a
her
whole.
Blood.
Get her blood.
Get her blood.
So, I hate it. I hate you sometimes. You do this. Oh my god. But it's like a whole bucket full of blood.
Yeah.
And then they put like fluorescent something.
Yeah, like glow in the dark stuff
in it, so it will glow in the dark. And they get super soakers and they spray it in different places in the different stores and everything, so that the killers will go into the stores and then close the doors and everything. And they put like a bunch of arrows and stuff, not with the blood, as far as I know. It's just with the glow in the dark stuff and like stuff,
taunting messages like "good is evil."
I was like, okay,
this was unnecessary because they kind of get caught off guard. Like maybe if you weren't running around putting stupid stuff everywhere just to decorate.
And also, how much time did they have?
Seriously, like. I mean, he was stranded out in the woods, but the killers are going to run in.
Well, the killers are like right under the mall.
That is true. Yeah. I don't
know.
I mean, maybe it just takes them a sec after coming out of that corpuscle.
But anyway, so they show up. The killers show up. The plan works. They get them into... Well, at first, before the killers show up, the cops show up. 2 cops show up.
Yes.
And just
out of nowhere.
And they're like, hand over your weapons. It's like, those are super soakers.
Yeah.
But okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then they both get killed.
Yeah.
By the killers.
Which
makes no sense to me.
Yeah, why would they have killed them? Because they go after the blood of...
They're supposed to be going after Dina's blood, or they're supposed to be... Well, mainly they're supposed to be going after Dina's blood.
Right.
I could see if it was like, all right, well, obviously they're just killing people from Shadyside, but guess what? They walk right by all the other people from Shadyside.
Right.
To go into the stores.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Those cops did not have to die.
Yeah.
So
it was dumb.
I was like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. It was so unnecessary too.
It was.
It was just so like a reveal for the killers that they were there.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's scarier when you just kind of see them coming or hear them. It's like, oh crap, they're coming. I'm here. I killed a cop.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So the cops die. The killers go into the stores. They close all of the doors for those. And not all the killers are there, though. There are some that did not show up.
Right. And some of them are people I've never seen in all of the series, which is very strange.
Like that first guy that showed up, I was like, who's he?
He's got like Two-Face guy. Or it's like, okay.
Like the guy in the suit. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird.
And then there was some other guy with like a mask on.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what kind of a mask it was.
I don't know.
But but that's not the guy that's not Tommy Slater.
Yeah.
It was a different guy because he was there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
don't know. It was dumb. And I also had an issue with, to keep them in, they just put down the guards. Like the little the fence things, gates, yeah. Not even locked, just down. So they could have just picked them up, but they tied them with a rope to the thing, and it's like, I've seen them like punch through doors. Also,
most of these people have knives or something sharp that they could cut that rope with.
Yes. So it was so dumb. I was very upset with this.
Yeah, so they do that, and then it gets really quiet, so they're like, oh, the sheriff must be here. So Ziggy's like, I'll deal with it. So she goes out there, and she's standing right next to clearly an obvious carry trap. Yes. How did the sheriff not see this?
I don't know if she saw it.
That bucket is right there, right next to her.
He loves her, though.
Okay.
Love is blind.
I guess so. So he goes up to her, and she's like, she dumps the blood on him.
Yes.
I'm sure he says something to her. I don't know. I don't really care.
I don't know.
He gets the blood dumped on him, though.
He's like, hey, girl.
But, of course, he, goes after her and gets blood on her, too.
Yeah, immediately grabs her.
Yeah.
She doesn't does not get away well enough.
Exactly.
This plan is dumb.
So now the killers are after him and her, both of them. And Dina's like, oh, it's okay. I know how to stop this. And she cuts her other freaking hand.
Oh my gosh, that was so stupid. Yeah.
And then she runs to, like, I missed the part where he ran away and went through the doors and went into the cave or whatever.
Yeah. He just kind of got away. Like, he was being stabbed and stuff. Everything was going well. And then one of them went after Ziggy and stuff, and that created
a distraction or whatever.
Yeah, so he was able to slip away, but...
I don't know. But anyway, he somehow gets out, goes to the caves. Dina goes to the caves also. And then somehow Sam gets out.
She just got loose.
Of her, yeah.
Yeah.
Of like whatever they were using to tie her up. Doesn't show it. It just shows her run across the mall.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, Sam got loose.
Yeah.
Do they go after him?
No.
No.
Well, kind of. Because old Ziggy throws away the shirt that has the blood on it. So they're not going after her anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
Her and Josh and we'll call him Winston go into one of the stores, close the grate and stuff. So they're good.
Yeah.
But then they see Sam go and they're like, oh no, we have to help her. Like, no, you don't, dude. Like, all the killers are still there because they get the idea like, hey, let's spray the killers with the blood. They'll go after each other and we'll be great. And that works. They kill each other. Yeah. And they're just sitting in the grate like, great work.
His name is Martin.
Pretty close. But then Ruby Lane and the kid with the bat and the mask, whoever he is,
that kid did nothing.
He really did.
He just kept hitting the ground. Bat against stuff.
Yeah, he was a waste.
He's like, oh look, here's some gumball machines. Let me just hit my bat against them.
Pretty much. So, and then they see them and they're like, oh no, they might get to him, but why would they? There's blood everywhere.
They were not even going anywhere near them.
They weren't headed that way. They didn't need to like intercept them at the door or anything. They were just still walking very slowly toward everybody else.
And then also, okay, so Josh, Ziggy, Martin. Mm-hmm. None of them have blood on them. They're all fine. Yep. They could have gone to help Dina. Yeah. But instead, they just stand around and, like, try to shoot the killers.
Yeah, I blame Josh mostly.
Oh, yeah.
He talks them into it. He grabs the axe and hits Ruby Lane or something. And Ziggy shoots Ruby Lane.
I mean, there was still no reason for them to leave that store.
It accomplished nothing.
They could have just stood there, waited. If they saw the bad guys going after, then they could have gone.
Then do something, yes.
But no. It was dumb.
It was bad.
It was real dumb.
Yeah. So the only important thing that's happening is that Good and Dina are going through
They're in the caves.
Yeah.
And Sam is also somewhere down there. Yeah. So Dina comes up and sees like the gross beating thing. And I'm like, could you please stab it for the love of God?
Set it on fire.
Do something. I don't care what. Just do something to this thing. And so she has a knife because I'm like, you have a knife. Mm-hmm. Just do it. And she just sits there and stares at it. And then Sam attacks her. Yeah. And she's like, no, Sam, I love you. Don't you remember me? And then apparently she does.
She has like a flashback and she's like, oh, hi. And then she gets a rock in the head, basically. Yeah. Gets knocked out. Like, okay, that's pretty messed up.
And then by that time, here comes Good. Yeah. And he's attacking Dina. Mm-hmm. And then she takes his hand and she puts it onto the little beating thing, which makes him see, like, all the killers or whatever. Yeah. For some reason.
I guess it was so he needed to, like, face everything he'd done.
I guess so.
And all the people that had died because of him and all the lives he'd ruined. But it's like, you don't think he knows?
You don't think, exactly. Like, I would think he knew.
I guess because he's just summoning it from below ground and he doesn't actually have to see it. But he's a cop. He works the cases. He has to go, like, see the stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Ugh, and so then I'm expecting her to, like, because she has that knife now at this point, and I'm expecting her to stab the thing. No, she stabs him instead. Yeah. Which works. It works.
It works. Stabs him right in the eye. Yep. It's a rough go.
And also he had stabbed her at one point too. But she's like walking around.
So of course it's fine.
Yeah. But she's like walking around like nothing is wrong, you know? And it's like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah. It's a lot like last week when whoever got stabbed and like cut in the leg and stuff, and they were fine. Was it Abby? Maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't remember who got jacked up, but Anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, so she stabs him. He's dead. Everything goes away.
They all snap.
The killers just like disappear. The little heart beating thing.
Spider-Man comes in. He's like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah. The little beating thing goes away. The mark on the floor goes away.
Yeah.
And then
all the names on the
stone
rocks go away.
So everything is gone. And Sam is like, but you got stabbed or whatever. Dina opens up her shirt and she has used Fear Street books as armor.
Yes.
Which I was like, are you kidding me?
That literal plot armor.
Stop it. I hate you so much. I was like, oh, okay.
I do wonder if Josh did that because he got like slashed in the stomach.
Oh, yeah.
And his arm was just broken.
Oh, yeah. His arm did get broken.
Yeah. Which at that point I was very excited. Because I hated him at that point.
Yeah, because he was being so dumb. Mark was just like, just kill him, please.
Just kill him. He deserves this. He chose this life.
But anyway, so they escape. Dina and Sam escape the caves together. But they just leave the book there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dumb.
Which, yeah.
Destroy it.
I think they should have taken it, but also we see later that the police have like checked the area and marked everything for evidence, and they left everything.
Bag it?
No, you stay there until you get done, you bag it all, and you take it away. You don't just leave evidence at the scene.
Exactly. You take pictures of everything so you can see where everything was.
Yeah.
You make note of everything, you bag it, you take it to the police to the police station.
Tag it and bag it, baby.
Exactly.
So dumb.
So dumb. So yeah, they just left the book there.
Yes.
They come out in Good's house, apparently.
Yeah, his nice mansion thing.
They're like leaving bloody footprints everywhere.
Yeah.
They walk outside to the front yard. Mm-hmm. The neighbors are like out there like looking at them like,
couple, yeah.
Okay, this is weird. Who are these kids? The guy gets in his car, starts backing up, and gets hit by a garbage truck.
Yeah. So I guess that symbolizes that town's run out of luck now. Yep. They're not protected anymore.
Yeah, they're not protected by the goods. So yeah. It was weird.
I mean, really should have looked backwards before backing out of your driveway, bro.
Yeah, should have. Guess they just got so used to nothing bad happening.
I can just do whatever. So, yeah.
So, let's see. What happens after that?
What even happens?
Josh gets to meet the girl that he's been chatting with.
Oh, yeah. She just shows up.
She shows up and
she's like,
writes.
Find me online at something. Like, I don't think that was a thing.
And also she's like, well, maybe you should put that stuff on a solid state drive. Right. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Nobody, okay.
I do not remember solid state drives.
Solid state drives were a thing. They were started in 1991. This is 1994.
Right.
They didn't become a thing that people knew about until like 2006.
They're probably not easily accessible. Probably cost a ton of money.
But yeah, nobody really knew about them until 2006. Yeah. So, I looked this up.
Yeah.
How's this random girl in Shadyside in 1994 know what a solid state drive is?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they didn't do much research on this.
BS,
and like, it was in 91, so it's probably fine to reference it.
It's like, no.
Yeah. And then I just hated it. And Martin's selling like
radios,
but it's like early Discman basically because that has headphones attached to it. It's supposed to be portable, but it's dumb. Like they're trying to give him credit for inventing this or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't remember what happened with Sam and Dina go out and just have a picnic on Sarah Fear's body, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I don't know why they brought food, but they wrote a little message about her.
Sarah Fear, the first shady cider or whatever. It's like, okay. All
right.
Sure. So, and then, of course, the cops, they watch the news or whatever, and the news is like, I forget what his name, Good. I can't remember what his actual name was.
Was it Sam?
No. Sam is Dina's girlfriend. Hmm. I don't remember what his name was. Maybe Benjamin or something like that.
Sure.
Anyway, Sheriff Good. Let's just put it that way. Sheriff Good was the serial killer of Shadyside or whatever. And it's like, how do they know?
How'd they put that together? Yeah.
Exactly.
He's dead. I guess they're taking their story on that.
There's no evidence other than that book.
Thing healed up. Yeah, exactly. And the names are all gone.
Yeah, and his dead body there.
Yeah. I guess they watched the movie as well.
I guess so.
That's all they know. We saw Fear Street. Here's what happened.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it starts, like, the credits roll, and then it shows...
Oh, I hated this.
Part of a scene again, and then the credits roll more.
It's like traveling somewhere, and it keeps cutting between that and the credits.
It was so annoying.
Yes, it was.
It's like, how long is it going to stay on this scene?
Yeah.
Not long enough. And then I'm like, okay, well, I know where it's going. It's going to where that book is, and somebody's going to grab the book. Like, that's going to be the last thing.
Get to it.
And guess what happens?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because the cops didn't even take it. So dumb.
Yeah.
So, how'd you like it? Overall, the Fear Street franchise.
I did like that Sarah was not actually the witch.
Yeah, I like that too.
Even though, you know, for years and years, that's who everybody thought was the one cursing everything, but it wasn't her. It was the Good family.
Yeah.
And of course, it's like the Goods and the Fears. Am I surprised? No.
No.
Yeah, so, I don't know. There were parts of it that were okay. It's not R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
It's more Christopher Pike.
It was R.L. fine.
Because there's I know that a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, wow, it's just like an R.L. Stein book. I'm like, no, it is not. Most of the time in R.L. Stein books, nobody even gets killed.
Yeah.
It'll be like, oh, it was just a fake out.
Gotcha.
Or, you know, somebody might, but it might be like a couple of people. There's not like whole serial killers and stuff.
Yeah.
Just killing like all the kids in the village or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's very, like, his books are very campy. Right. There are a lot of, like, oh, God, it's so annoying sometimes. You'll get to, like, the end of a chapter and it'll be like, and then someone pushed me into traffic. And then they're like, but it was my friend and she was actually just pulling me away. And it's like,
what? That doesn't make sense.
That's not even, what? That doesn't... R.L. Stein. Robert Lawrence. Stop it.
Oh, no. You're using his middle name. He's really in trouble.
Robert Lawrence Stein. How dare you?
Steinathan.
Steinwell. Yeah. Steinstein. So, yeah, I don't know why people think that it's like an R.L. Stein. Now, Christopher Pike, yeah, he's killing teenagers left and right. But his were always a little spicier too, because it'd be like, oh no, I shouldn't be reading this. I'm too young. Oh no. But he's the one who wrote Midnight Club, which is the new Flanagan show that is based on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought there was some good parts to it and some good ideas, but I just think there was so much dumb stuff and bad execution on a lot of things.
It was mostly in the last one, it seems like. I mean, there was some dumb stuff in the first and second, but I don't know, I feel like the most dumb stuff was in the last thing.
There was just a lot of, like, convenient things throughout everything, to where it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't feel I don't know. It seemed cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could have been better, I feel like. But I guess we'll never know.
Maybe they'll make more of them.
I'm not watching.
If they do, I hope they don't do, like, the whole witchcraft thing. Pick something else.
Yeah, do something different. Have fun with it. Yeah. All right. Disappointing episode overall.
Yeah.
So can we redeem that with today's snack?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the snack. I thought we were going to be like, next week. And I was going to go, I don't know what we're doing next week. As far as I know, we don't have anything scheduled specifically for next week, so we'll do something, but
we'll see.
I have nothing written on the calendar, so we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do.
We'll figure it out.
But for
our
now,
snack this week is
M&Ms.
Okay.
Cookies and Screeem.
Oh.
And yes, every time that I have mentioned this to Mark, I always do it exactly like that.
Yeah, that's great every time.
He hates
Everyone loves it.
He's so ready for us to eat these so that I don't do it
I don't
anymore.
think I've ever hated it. Or even expressed any hatred toward it.
Okay.
Have you tried, like, the sugar cookie M&Ms?
I thought we had tried something that were sugar cookie ones here.
What did we think of that?
Oh, I liked them.
Okay.
They were good.
I couldn't remember. I'm always ready for cookies and cream stuff, no matter what it is.
Okay.
So.
And these come in 3 colors. You've got your white, you've got your black, or dark brown, and you've got your orange.
It's a lot of white.
Yeah, it's a lot of white.
Like a majority of my handful is white.
Mine too.
M&Ms, yeah.
But let's try the Cookies and Screeem M&Ms.
Okay, now I hate it. try the different colors, see if the flavor changes. They're not bad.
They're not that good either. I think I was expecting more like cookie bit.
Yeah, I guess.
It just tastes like...
I was expecting more Screem.
It just tastes like a candy shell with white chocolate and then some regular chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it, it is basically just white chocolate in there. Mm-hmm. Doing a halvesies on it. Not seeing any cookie in there. But I was kind of dreading the cookie portion, honestly. Because I always think of like the pretzel, where it's a weird crunch.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like when we have the sugar cookie ones, we did like them.
Yeah.
It was a good kind of crunchy cookie.
Could be.
But yeah, considering that they're cookies and Screem... Sorry, I didn't do it that time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm missing the cookie.
Yeah. I guess, it's not very, like, as interesting as it could have been.
I feel like it's all cream, no cookie.
It's all cream, no cookie. Yeah. So if you're looking for a real cookie experience, probably not the way to go. It's still not going to top Hershey's Cookies and Cream. It's just
definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, why can, honestly?
That's true. That is what I hold all of my cookies and cream up to. That's my standard. So
well, and Oreos just by themselves.
I like Hershey's Cookies and Cream more than Oreos, but I do like an Oreo Blizzard.
Oh,
so
oh my gosh, yeah, those are good.
So good. So anyway, back to this. Mm-hmm. What are we rating this? Because it's fine. Like it's fine.
It's fine, but
it's not offensive.
I was a little disappointed. Mm-hmm. Which just, this is just the disappointment.
It's just been a disappointing episode.
Why?
Yes.
Come on.
Give me something to believe in.
And yeah, so I'm gonna give it like a 6.5.
Okay.
Because I don't know, there was some weird taste to it that I didn't really like.
I mean, it's a little kind of waxy. Mm-hmm. I'm just going middle of the road, honestly. They're fine. I'm going 5.
Okay.
Not bad. Not great.
Yeah.
So, second episode in a row.
I'm not going to be able to stop this.
Where we've referenced the stupid thing I did.
It's so funny, though. Yeah, it seems like every weekend we end up having some kind of new inside joke.
Yeah.
So now we've got the yeah. And then we also have the well. And then we also now have nice.
Yep. And y'all will never get to experience that joy.
Sorry. We'll see what inside joke we talk about next week.
Maybe if y'all listen more, we would record more of our lives. And y'all could be in on it. Until then, too bad. Tell your friends. All right. Maybe we'll do a Patreon one day, and the Patreon reward will be like, we'll tell you what our inside joke stories are. You finally get to know.
Well,
we'll reenact them.
Technically, the well.
Yeah, the well we told, yeah.
You do know, or you should know, if you watched.
Because it related directly to it.
Yeah, if you watched if you listened to the Iron Man 3, I think that was the one we talked about it.
Which, if you haven't, why not?
Yeah, come on. Just watch it.
Listen to it.
Yeah, I keep saying watch it. Is
the problem? Yeah.
Is it because of the baby days?
It's because we're whiny. All right.
Boy.
Well, let us know if it's because we're whiny. On Facebook. On Facebook at Having Fun Pod, or on Twitter at Having Funcast.
Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com. And also, if you do tell us it's because we're whiny, it's not going to stop us.
Yeah, we're whiny. That's just how it's going to be, bro.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Yeah.
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 So, go enjoy the spooky season, because it's halfway done.
Yep.
Go do that.
Go do something spooky. Go carve a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Eat some Halloween snacks.
Yeah.
Things
Get
like
a bag of candy corn.
And if you have any Halloween snacks that you want us to try, let us know, because we've got...
We're open to suggestions.
We've got a couple of things. Well, really we have one thing, but it can go into November.
We're flexible, guys.
Exactly, because it's more of a fall thing and less of a Halloween thing. So if you can think of a spooky season one, let us know. If you've seen something interesting out there that you want to hear our opinion on.
Yep, let us know. All right, well, go have fun, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.